Hey guys, Seth Lee here, back with another Apex Legends video. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. In today's video, I wanted to cover some pretty big news we've gotten over the past 24 hours or so, but before I get into that, it's storming pretty hard where I live, so I apologize if you hear some rain and thunder background noise, but let's get right into it. So starting off with the biggest issue, the servers crashing and not working. So if you didn't know, after the Spellbound event patch, there was a huge issue with servers not working and kicking you out of the game and giving you code net. When Respawn was made aware of this, they tweeted saying, "We're aware some players are having issues connecting to the Apex Legends servers right now. When in and returning to the lobby, we're working on a fix and will reply to this tweet with updates as we have them. Thanks for your patience while we sort this out." Well, we finally got an update from Respawn about this issue. Yesterday, they tweeted out saying, "Heads up Legends, we just pushed a fix to resolve the connection issues players were seeing in the lobby. Thanks for sticking with us through this and we hope you enjoy the event." So thankfully, they finally fixed the server issues that started when the Spellbound Collection event update came out, and I personally haven't gotten any server errors or code net since they made this fix, so that is great news. The senior producer at Respawn tweeted saying, "Hopefully you've seen the improvements on servers over the last hour," and it's been about a day, and I can say I definitely have seen improvements. It's definitely good to see that they didn't take too long to fix this, but I think it's unfortunate that it seems like we have these issues with every big update and have to wait a day or so for the servers to be fixed after every single update. So hopefully this won't be a big problem in the future, but at this point, who knows. Next, I wanted to cover some pretty massive legend nerfs that seem to have been added with the Spellbound update. The reason I wanted to cover these is because they weren't actually listed in the patch notes for the event. So shout out to Don Shinobi for noticing this and tweeting it out. He tweeted saying, "Yup, Respawn just nerfed all legends without telling us. Depending on which legend, you can't use your Q right away when you land out the dropship. Bangalore, for example, is a 6-second cooldown." He also added a clip to this tweet showing how in the past when you would drop, you would automatically have both your smoke ready to go right when you land. He then showed a clip showing that now you have a 6-second cooldown on your tactical instead of it being available right away. So I was pretty surprised to see this, and I went in game to test it out and found something pretty interesting. So I'll show on screen right now. As you guys can see, when I dropped, I did have access to one of my tactical smokes. However, when I did this again in another match, I started with a 2-second cooldown on my smoke, and then in another match, I had an 8-second cooldown for my tactical right after dropping. So this is actually a pretty insane nerf to legends that wasn't even mentioned in the patch notes. It appears that depending on which legend you use and how long you take to drop, you will now have a cooldown on your tactical when you land. This affects pretty much all legends and is a pretty big nerf. I honestly can't tell if this was an intentional silent nerf to all legends or just a bug with dropping, causing you to start with a cooldown on your tactical based on how long you take to drop. But I'm hoping it's just a bug and not a silent nerf to all legends, because it just makes sense to drop with your tactical ready to go, and now the early game can be affected pretty significantly if you have to wait to use your tactical right off spawn. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. I want to hear your thoughts on this silent nerf and if you hope it's a bug that will be fixed in the future. But lastly, I wanted to talk about an update on some interesting drama that's gone on with creators and EA. So if you didn't know, the content creator LuluLuvely basically quit Apex Legends a couple months ago, and one of the factors behind her no longer playing the game is something EA did. So according to LuluLuvely, there was a bunch of creator skins that were supposed to come into the game. However, right before these skins were released, EA let the creators know that their names wouldn't actually be attached to the skin, and they wouldn't be credited or have their name or logo anywhere on the skin, and they would just mention them in the blog post about the skins. However, it seems like after all the backlash they got for this, EA decided to instead actually credit the creators on their skins. Crowl Rindo tweeted out saying, "After last patch, LuluLuvely's name was added to her R301 skin, and as you guys can see, it now says the story of Aftershock Wave, inspired by LuluLuvely." Well, Josh Medina, the senior producer at Respawn, replied to Crowl Rindo's tweet saying, "I'ma own this one as a mistake on my end. I'm adding in credits for all the participants for an upcoming patch. The wild part is I never checked in the files, but yeah, adding blurbs crediting creators and artists involved is coming soon. #surprise. Which I guess this is good news, but in my opinion, it seems a little too late. Although LuluLuvely's skin is the only one crediting her right now, it sounds like they will be updating all the skins with credits to the content creators. The funniest part about this is, though, that they even misspelled her name, spelling lovely with an O instead of a U. Honestly, it seems like EA just wanted to do this because they got backlash for not doing it from the beginning. But at least they are doing it now, and hopefully they won't misspell any other creators' names in the future when they add their credits. But that's all the news I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out a ton. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. It's the best way to support me. But it's been your boy Seth Lee, and I'm out.